Hello everyone, and welcome to a new game. This is actually a game that one of my good friends Snorlagg did. But what game am I actually bringing you today that he did? Well, we'll find out as soon as the title screen pops up. As you see for the opening screen, this is Castlevania The New Generation, brought to us by Konami in 1994 for the Sega Genesis. Then we see the awesome Konami logo that always popped up all the time. Their signature logo that always popped up on all their Super Nintendo games like Contra 3. As we start to get our backstory, the ancestors of the Belmont family are doomed to confront the power of the evil incarnate Dracula and not being able to swim. In 1917, a countess sought to revive the long-dead spirit of the vampire. Her name was Elizabeth Bartley. To revive him, she needed to travel all over Europe, enlisting help from all the powers of darkness. Darn it, Sheena! Two young vampire hunters set out to fulfill their destiny, push back the evil hordes, and drive the vampire back into his dark netherworld, and still not know how to swim. As I bring you today, once again, Castlevania: The New Generation, also known as Castlevania Bloodlines for the Genesis. So I'm going to start up the game, but first of all, I'm gonna go to options to give me some more lives and switch my controls around. So you can see, so you can basically set your controls any way you want to in the options menu there. I basically set it for my controller preference. And then we start off with two vampire hunters. You either have John Morris or Eric Lagarde. So you see like when they're born and what weapon they actually have. So I'm gonna actually pick John Morris because he actually has the vampire killer. And traditional Belmont status. We started with stage 1 in the ruins of Castle Dracula in Romania. Also apologizing there if you hear my chair squeaking there in the background. We see Castlevania in the background, and the moon, and a castle, and John standing there like Simon Belmont. So let's start this game up, shall we? So here we are, stage 1 in Castlevania The New Generation. Also, like I said before, notice Castlevania Bloodlines for the Genesis. Now, even though this game basically has the same exact music as Bloodlines and everything else is Bloodlines, there's several like different changes they actually did. If you ever played Bloodlines before, in the beginning of the game, there's actually a dead body that I believe is being pecked by a vulture. In this game, in this version of the game, there is no such thing as any pecking. So, as we said, once again, some evil person, some evil lady has revived Dracula. Now we have to go through so many different stages, and we have to kill him again. It's amazing how, every so often Dracula gets up and goes, I think I'm gonna win this time, and then he gets his butt kicked by either a Belmont or a descendant of the Belmont clan. And the Belmont clan is so big nowadays, it's hard to even keep track of all of them. Right now, as we come across some of those fishmen that I hate because they actually can spit from long range. So make sure you duck that. So yeah, I actually always pick John Morris because he always has the vampire killer. And so basically in this game, you can basically swing it. You can kind of swing it not really in 8 directions. You kind of swing it in 4. You can swing it straight if you push up and the attack button at the same time. He swings it diagonally, and you can also use that to swing to different platforms, which is actually very, very useful. And then you can also swing and push down at the same time that you're swinging down, which is actually useful. But unfortunately, we don't have the 8 direction that Simon had, to swing in 8 directions. As we come across our first mini boss of the game, we start to hear the excellent music in the background, the Hellhound. So you see there, the Hellhound has his flame breath that he uses, and then he also roars at you, breaking the glass. So you want to watch out for the glass that shatters, because if the glass hits, because the piece of the glass can't hurt you, just keep hitting them over and over and over and over with your whip or your special or your special weapon item, and once you basically take him down, his decomposing body will just keep like shaking a whole lot, which actually adds into the creep factor. But it's actually rather kind of a cool thing to see. You gotta hit him one more time, because if you don't, his body will just keep shaking non-stop. And then once you do that, we keep moving forward. You come across the skeletons there I just killed off. You go upstairs. There'll be a cracked wall. Crack that wall, and you'll find the traditional wall meat that every Belmont clan must eat in order to survive. You know, probably filled with worms and maggots and everything, but they don't care. You know, it's wall meat. Wall meat, better than tasty meat. It's kind of amazing that, you know, like you know, how is that has that meat kind of cooked or anything, but that's game logic, yeah. Once again, so to keep progressing forward through the castle here, watch out for everything. Is you're gonna come across some other skeletons wielding weapons. Just hit them a couple times, they'll drop their weapon and hit them again. Now, as you saw there, I actually did something called an item crash, which is like there's an item crash in this game as well. Which when I did with the holy water, if you actually push up an item at the same time, you actually use an item crash. So also, when you also get 3 power-ups, if you push item, you'll automatically do a weapon crash with that orb. Which you see the orb there does like a homing shot attack that basically like wipes out every single enemy on the field there. As you saw, I did his John's wall swing, which is actually very, very useful to do to get past certain areas. So once you get to these stairs here, walk up the stairs. You see a cracked wall to the right, crack that wall there. You'll find some more wall meat there in the wall. Go ahead and collect that so you have full health. So then we can start taking on the boss of the area that we're starting to get to. So first of all, when we get to this area, make sure you keep moving. Do not stop moving or you'll fall to the pit below. On the way, you see a candle there. Whip that candle if you want to pick up that one up. And then we keep moving forward. We come across a bone dragon. Let's go ahead and take it out. Keep on moving up. And then we're starting to get to our boss of the area. I believe it's a golem we have to take out. Now, if you see like any small candles, they'll actually hold gems, which are actually the hearts of the game. Any big, thick looking candles will either hold like power-ups for your whip or hold like items. Now, another thing about having a super whip or super spear is that once you get hit, you'll lose the whip. I mean, you'll lose its power-up. So just try to make sure not to get hit. But sometimes it's kind of hard not to get hit in this game because, you know, it follows the whole Castlevania tradition of, you know, enemies bombarding him and stuff. But this guy's actually really easy. Just keep hitting him. Pieces of his armor will keep popping off. Just keep hitting him over and over again. Maybe take him out. First of all, he'll drop his axe. Then he'll drop his spear. And then he'll try to start kicking you. Just keep hitting him over and over again. And after that, he'll die. Drop an orb. Go ahead and grab the orb. Or just do what I did. Swing around. Just to show off a little bit. And then after that, that ends stage 1. So, hope everybody enjoys stage 1. I'll see everybody in stage 2. This is Ryu here. Later.